Stop chasing him. Start attracting him. And listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you is not just dating advice. It's a mindset shift that can completely change the way men respond to you. Most women don't lose a man because they're not beautiful enough, smart enough, or kind enough. They lose a man because they overinvest before a man invests anything. They chase energy that should be flowing toward them, not away from them. When you chase a man, you flip the natural polarity between masculine and feminine energy. In relationships, masculine energy pursues, builds, initiates, and claims. Feminine energy receives, invites, inspires, and attracts. When a woman begins to chase, she steps out of her own power and steps into a role that drains her confidence. And men subconsciously feel this shift immediately. They don't always know how to explain it, but they lose the desire to move toward you because you've already taken their job from them. Today, I want to guide you back to the version of yourself that men are drawn to without effort, the version of you that doesn't prove, justify, or beg for attention. The version of you that knows the difference between interest and inconsistency, between love and convenience, between a man who chooses you and a man who only entertains you. The truth is simple. You don't attract a high-value man by chasing him. You attract him by holding your standards with quiet confidence, by understanding that you are the one he earns. You are the one he invests in. You are the one he must step toward, not the other way around. This doesn't mean playing games. It means embodying a mindset where your peace is your priority, where your life is full even without him, where you respond from self-worth instead of fear, and where your emotional world is not built around someone who hasn't proven they deserve access to it. Attraction is not manufactured. Attraction is created through energy, and your energy becomes magnetic when you stop moving toward a man and allow him to move toward you. A woman who knows her worth doesn't ask, "Does he like me?" She asks, "Is he showing me the consistency required to stay in my life?" She doesn't chase answers. She watches actions. Because when you stop chasing, something powerful happens. The wrong men disappear, and the right man gets clarity. Men step up when they realize your presence is not guaranteed, when they understand that you will not carry the emotional load for both of you, when they see that you're not afraid to lose someone who isn't choosing you fully. You become the kind of woman a man thinks about even when he's busy, the kind of woman he wants to impress, the kind of woman who stays on his mind, because you don't give him instant access to your time, your attention, or your emotional labor. You're not hard to get, you're hard to forget. And that difference changes everything. Let's talk about the psychology behind attraction for a moment. Men are wired to value what they invest in. It's not manipulation, it's human behavior. When a man spends effort, time, energy, or emotional presence on a woman, he forms a deeper connection with her. He becomes more bonded, more attentive, and more committed. But when you do all the work for him, he never gets the chance to build that emotional connection. If you chase him, he doesn't need to wonder what you're thinking. He doesn't need to plan anything. He doesn't need to earn your attention. And when a man doesn't need to earn something, he doesn't value it. Not because he's cruel, but because effort creates meaning. Effort creates attachment. This is why you must slow down. You must allow the space where he gets the chance to decide whether he wants to step toward you. That space is not rejection. That space is attraction. Men pursue what they feel they could lose. They become complacent with what is guaranteed. Because here's a truth many women forget. A man's interest is not measured by words. A man's interest is measured by consistency. A man who wants you will try. He will initiate. He will plan. He will engage. He will follow through. And he will not leave you confused. If a man is leaving you confused, it's because he's not afraid of losing you. But when you stop chasing, everything shifts. The energy realigns. You move out of desperation and into dignity. Instead of forcing connection, you allow connection to come to you. Instead of proving your worth, you express your worth silently through your boundaries. And instead of asking, what did I do wrong? You begin asking the real question, is this a man who is showing up for me? When you stop chasing, you also become more emotionally grounded. You see situations clearly. You're not reacting based on fear of abandonment. You're responding based on self-respect. You no longer accept breadcrumb attention or half-hearted effort. You begin to understand that a man's bare minimum is not enough just because you like him. You create a life that feels stable, inspiring, and full. You invest in your goals, your routines, your friendships, your passions, and that fullness becomes the very energy men are drawn to, not because you're pretending to be busy, but because you genuinely have a life that doesn't revolve around someone else's uncertainty. When you embody this mindset, men feel it, and trust me, they notice. They notice your confidence. They notice your emotional independence. They notice that you're not waiting by your phone. They notice that your attention is something they must earn, not something they automatically get. And that awareness is what activates pursuit. Now let's talk about the version of you a man truly falls for. It's not the woman who tries the hardest. It's not the woman who chases. It's not the woman who over-explains her value. It's the woman who moves with quiet self-assurance. The woman who doesn't abandon her standards. The woman who knows that if a man wants a place in her life, he will step up without being convinced. You become irresistible when you show up as a woman who chooses herself first. A woman who knows that her emotions are valuable. A woman who understands that her love is a privilege, not a consolation prize. A woman who doesn't give unlimited access to a man who only gives temporary effort. When you stop chasing, you give a man room to lead, room to show interest, room to make an effort. And when a man steps into that space, he becomes more connected to you. Men bond through pursuit, but they stay through emotional safety. And emotional safety is created when you hold your boundaries and communicate with calm strength. Boundaries don't push men away. They filter out men who are not ready for real connection. The right man respects your standards. He respects your pace. He respects your emotional world. And he respects your ability to walk away from situations that don't honor you. This is how you attract a man who is serious about you. You align your actions with your worth. If a man gives 10% effort, you don't respond with 100%. If a man is inconsistent, you don't reward him with more access. If a man disappears and comes back, you don't treat him like he never left. You are warm, but you are wise. You are open, but you are selective. You are kind, but you are not naive. A man becomes deeply attracted when he feels that you're not trying to possess him. You're not trying to control him. You're not trying to force anything. You're simply living your life in a way that inspires him to want to be a part of it. Not because you're chasing, but because your presence feels valuable, peaceful, and emotionally stable. And here's the real secret. Men commit to the woman they fear losing the most. Not because she threatens to leave, but because her value is so apparent that he knows he would regret not choosing her. When you stop chasing, he finally gets the chance to feel that, to recognize what you bring into his life, to see the difference between you and everyone else. So what does attracting actually look like in your daily life? It means responding with intention, not urgency. It means pausing before you text. It means asking yourself, does this action come from confidence? Or does it come from fear? It means letting action speak louder than words. It means observing instead of assuming. And most importantly, it means remembering that you are the prize, not the pursuer. Attracting looks like maintaining your routines even when you're excited about someone. Keeping your emotional world balanced even when you feel butterflies. Not over-explaining your worth. Not rushing intimacy. Not canceling your plans to accommodate his last-minute effort. Not turning a man into a project. Attracting means letting him reveal who he is through effort, consistency, initiative, and emotional availability. A man who wants you will show it. A man who values you will prove it. A man who is serious will not risk losing you. And when you stop chasing, you give him the chance to do exactly that. Remember this. Your energy is your invitation. Your boundaries are your filter, your self-respect is your foundation, and your confidence is your magnet. The more you choose yourself, the more the right man will choose you, because a woman who stops chasing becomes the woman men chase. A woman who stops proving becomes the woman men pursue, and a woman who stops overgiving becomes the woman men commit to, not because she manipulates, but because she finally understands her worth. So from this moment forward, don't chase, don't beg, don't force, don't over-explain. Stand tall, breathe deeply, live your life fully, and allow the man who is meant for you to move toward you with clarity, intention, and effort. You are not meant to run after love. You are meant to receive it. You are not meant to prove your value. You are meant to embody it. You are not meant to chase anyone. You are meant to attract everything aligned with your worth. Stop chasing him. Start attracting the love that is already on its way to you.